That's intimidating.
Speaking of the devil.
Yeah, there he is.
Hey, Jack. Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, great to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
He said he was intimidated by all the good performances, and we said, yeah, Paul just keeps getting better and better and better.
Well, I think it was something that you played last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah, it was
Wonderful.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Really.
I'm tired of boiling water.
Uh,
Well, hopefully tonight you won't have to do it anymore.
Have you heard anything more? The last time I looked, they were still just at stage 3 of their 5 stages.
Well, what I've been following the news, and several times I've heard it announced that they're going to end the water boiling sometime this evening.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
I
that would
hope
be
they
good.
do.
Yeah,
Tired?
I've been using my stash of bottled water, but I've been making serious inroads into it.
Yeah. I just boil lots and lots and lots of water and just stick it in bottles, so. But I'm tired of boiling.
Yeah.
hello,
Well,
Gary.
it's just
It's good
Hi.
to meet you.
very good.
Good evening.
A lot of Garys.
Are you in Austin?
I am in Austin. Yes.
Right.
Too bad for you, you have to boil water.
Have done some of that, but I do have some bottled water. So, yes.
Yeah.
And I forgot my granddaughter took the ukulele. I guess I ought to go get it out of the living room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He knew I don't even
Jack is back.
Hey, Mary Jane.
Hi, Jack.
I have a plethora of Garys tonight.
I got Mary Jane. I got the links out, and I keep threatening to attend some of these other groups that you sent me, but I haven't done it yet.
Well, whenever, I guess. At your leisure.
Hello, Marty. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I need to announce to the crowd that I'm not going to be very active with this group tonight. I lost some time on a couple of different issues, time toward putting the video together. And so I'm kind of under the gun right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working on the video while this meeting is going on. But I'm listening to y'all and
That's fair.
doing the best I can. So yeah, we had one of the people, family at Linda's church has some issues relating to getting their mom's house ready for, she's moving out and all that. She's 90 years old. And so I spent 2 days this week down there helping them clean and do stuff there. And Linda was helping yesterday, and we were both planning to go down today. And we got a call last night from another friend that she had had a bad issue with her knee and needed to be driven to the doctor today. So we're both, going different ways and right in the middle of this video. So it's like,
Yeah.
you do what you can.
Right.
And the video process is work on it real intensely and then let the computer generate the file. So right now it's generating and I'm okay right now. But when it's through, then I'll go back to looking at it again.
Okay.
There was I haven't counted them up, but there must have been 35, 37. Did you ever count it, Paul? How many people were in that?
I had 47 audio tracks.
Okay.
Oh, good grief.
But some of them were, some people gave more than one video.
Yeah.
That's
So it's just
right.
Audio.
excess 35 people. And believe me, getting all those people in and having them big enough on the screen where they can see themselves, people want to be on camera, you know, and so and then so I even pulled out a spreadsheet and started saying, okay, they're in the frame for this amount of time, and they're in this frame, so make sure to balance it, you know, try to do the best I can.
Wow.
And that Gary guy, he kept putting in stuff, you know. Now, that Gary Adair, I mean, there's too many Garys.
Oh, okay. I was going to
First
say
time's a
three of us now.
3 Garys.
Yeah, never enough Garys.
Have to start go by last names or something. It's getting crazy.
Well, Marty, at this point, I don't think I will be adjusting volume based on who's focused. It's just
Oh, I wouldn't do that either. But I do have one curveball I'm going to throw to you.
naturally.
I got to make it, you know, a little more challenging. This time, I've never put the clappers, you know, the clap scene on camera, but this time I've got it queued up where all the people that are clapping are in the exterior of the photo. I'm going to put the title through the center, and what I'd like you to do is put the clap, 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 clap sound to go in there with that.
Isn't
You
there
know.
gonna be too much dead air between the claps and the start of the music?
No, I cut some of it out.
Okay.
So it goes from the claps to pretty quickly. 1, 2, 3. You know,
Okay.
you'll see it. I'll send it to you. And if you think it's too much dead air, we'll work on it.
Okay. I think I'll need you to get the clap sound synchronized with the hand motion, though.
Oh no!
I don't think I can do that.
Do you have a group? Can you send me an audio with that clap sound in there, the normal timing, and then I can adjust the timing from that?
Yes, I can do
See, I
that.
don't have anybody's audio in there. See,
Yeah,
I stripped all the audio out.
yeah, I can definitely do that. So I'll send you one with the claps in it, and then you can snip
Yeah.
out the time from
Good.
the audio and video together, or whatever you need to do. Okay.
Perfect. Sorry, everybody, for a little bit of digression into the video
You
world.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, really.
That's right.
You're doing it.
Well, that's one of the reasons I'm here, to see how you two guys work.
Well, you're getting a snippet of it.
Carpet each other.
What I do is, when I get all the inputs in, I redo everybody's video timed with the clap. So I've got like 58 videos that I took their video, timed it, and then I sent it out with that timing in it. You know, so in other words, the clap comes at 1 minute. I do that 58 times, and I put it on the Google Drive, and Paul can suck them down, and they're all timed at least pretty good. He does a little more adjusting with the time, but then I pull off the front part of that video, so you don't see that. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's
I think the claps are
fun
actually pretty
process.
well. I haven't looked closely at this, but I think the claps are probably pretty well synchronized. It's just that once the song gets underway, people get better synchronized, and so there's sort of shifts relative to where they're supposed to be compared
Yeah.
to where they were on the claps.
Yep.
Anyway, the claps are still a useful starting point.
They're very good. Now, I noticed that I need to, I guess, sometimes spend some time about whether Bob's claps are exactly in time or not, because everybody, when I sync it up on the very first clap, the fourth clap is a little bit off
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
from Bob.
On 4, yeah.
I think
So-
you should synchronize the fourth clap because it's like the
Well-
first three are practice claps and the fourth
Yeah,
one
that's-
is.
That's what I actually end up doing
All right.
because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought I just couldn't clap straight.
No.
Now, I can tell you,
Clap on, clap on.
Gary, you got the clap.
Oh.
I left that one open, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. No, you're just as good a clapper as anybody else in there, I'll tell
That's
you.
right. That's a familiar ring.
So, Gary, you may know this, but we've been doing this meeting as sort of an open mic format because we can't really play together over Zoom because there's so much delay.
Okay.
So we just
yeah.
take turns. People have sent in music that I'll put on the screen. And
I watched your last week's, or wait, I say last week, the one where you did your yesterday.
Okay.
And so I got a general sense of how you operate.
All right. Cool.
But
He did yesterday twice, though. Did
No, I did.
2 weeks.
okay,
I did something twice, but I did yesterday only once. But it wasn't
Oh,
yesterday.
okay.
It was 2
Okay.
weeks
I'm
ago.
sorry.
This is
Wrong
getting
one.
very
Yeah.
confusing.
so my yesterday question for you is what type of ukulele do you have, Paul?
This is Blackbird tenor.
It's a tenor, okay.
Mhm.
Low G or
Low G.
okay. All right.
Okay. Walter, you want to kick us off?
Okay. You have my my song, I hope.
I hope so too. Hold on a second. Well,
It looks like a Mary Jane song.
Hey, this is definitely a Mary Jane song. Oh, here's yours. This is you, right?
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes. Working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where you sleep all day and the catfish play on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat. If I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Gonna see my baby again. Gonna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'd be happy again on Blue Bayou. I'm going back one day. I'm gonna stay on Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou. Oh, that girl of mine by my side, the silver moon and the evening tide. Oh, some sweet day gonna take away this hurting inside. Well, I'd never be blue, my dreams come true on Blue Bayou.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Thank you,
well
except for that one line I messed up. I rehearsed that line over and over again so I wouldn't mess it up. And of course I did.
If you don't rehearse them, nobody will.
I'm familiar with that problem. Seems like the things you practice the most are the things that fall apart when it comes time.
Bonnie's not there.
Bonnie sent me an email. She's working late today, so she couldn't make it.
Oh, okay.
Poor Bonnie.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Brenda's here though, and Brenda's got one of my favorite songs queued up.
Okay, well, I am remiss if I didn't tell you all that I just can't manage the finger picking part. So if anybody wants to jump in and do that, I'll take it from there. But it's beyond my competence.
You just skip that part then.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Okay, here we go. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Oops. I'll get that note any day now. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Someone thought of it and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet song that calls to young sailors? That there's merely one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Okay. Thank you very much.
Such a great song.
It's a great song.
And it sounds great on a banjolele.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gary Goebel, did you narrow it down, or do you want to play both songs?
Let me just play Red Rubber Ball. I've heard several people play the other one, so play the Wait. But just to let you know, I will not be able to sing it very well. Nothing unusual there. This is by Simon and Garfunkel, but they never played it. A group called The Circle is the one that played this. They were a one-hit wonder. So anyway. I should have known you'd bid me farewell. There's a lesson to be learned from this, and I've learned it very well. Now I know you're not the only starfish in the sea. If I never hear your name again, it's all the same to me. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. You never cared for secrets I'd confide. For you I'm just an ornament, something for your pride. Always running, never caring, that's the life you live. stolen moments of your time were all you had to give. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. The stories in the past with nothing to recall. I've got my life to live and I don't need you at all. The roller coaster ride we took is nearly at an end. I bought my ticket with my tears, that's all I'm gonna spend. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball.
That is a great song. I haven't heard that in years.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't know Simon and Garfunkel wrote that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I read about it, and it said that the Circle was the opening band went on tour with them, were opening for Simon Garfunkel, and that Paul Simon gave them this song as some type of advance payment or something.
Ah,
Wow.
well, it worked out for them, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, their only hit.
Marty is talking, but we cannot hear him.
Oh, well.
I sound better that way. Can you say the name of that group again, Gary?
The Circle. It's spelled
Circle.
Cykle or something like that.
I saw them at the Catacombs in Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
You used to play there, didn't you?
You were to the catacombs in Houston, Jack?
I'm sorry?
You went to the catacombs in Houston?
Yeah, that's a club, not a.
Yeah,
He used to play there.
I played there all the time.
Really? Okay, so wow.
Really?
Yeah, we were a backup band there. So
Wow.
the big acts would come through, and then we'd play the small stage, and occasionally
Amazing.
we'd get
Wow.
to play the big stage. But not many people know about that place anymore.
Yeah, it's just a vague memory. I don't even remember the show, but
Yeah.
and it wasn't Paul and Simon and Garfunkel. They weren't part of it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be
Did they play that song, Jack?
I'm sorry.
Did they play that song, Red Rubber Ball?
They had to. I don't think they had much else going, like you said.
Yeah.
A one-hit wonder. I don't think they had.
Jack, did you bring a song you want us to play?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I have it's a short piece. It's a Sarabande from the Bach unaccompanied cello suite. And I'm going to play it on a ukulele bass that's fretless.
Nice. Oh, fretless and everything.
All
Wow,
right.
that's brilliant.
Yeah. And I want to see if am I muted? Okay. Can you hear this bass, this lowest note? I wonder if you can hear.
Yeah.
Okay. That may not be a good thing, but we'll see. And the other strings too. So this Sarabande that I'm going to play, somebody has a quote about this Sarabande. They said nowhere in the 6 cello suites. This is part of a cello suite. There's 6 suites, and this Sarabande, they said nowhere in the 6 suites does the cello sound lonelier than here. And so I may make a lot of mistakes. As long as it sounds lonely, I've achieved my goal. I don't know if you could hear that or not.
Sounded the Polonius Monk type, you know.
Did it sound like Thelonious Monk?
That's what it sounded like from here. I don't know.
That has a kind of a horn quality to it.
Oh, really? Yes, it's like rubber bands, big rubber bands, but
Too funny. Red rubber balls and big rubber bands.
Gary Adair, did you bring a song? You're muted.
There it is. I suppose I'm back.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I did not prepare a song. I need to work on one that I got from my aunt, who was a head hostess at the Hilton Hawaiian Village on Waikiki.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
And
Cool.
she had some verses she taught me that were not in the standard part of this song, which is there's no place like Hawaii. But I have to go and figure that one out.
All right, cool.
Match up the chords I have with the actual tune.
Mary Jane, you want to do yours?
Mary Jane, you're muted.
Okay. Okay. See how it goes here. I took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered
That's a great song. It's been on my list of songs to learn, but I've never made it past that. I guess.
Well, I started learning songs that I thought I could never learn just because they always had all this great instrumentals and I couldn't play anything resembling the instrumentals, so I didn't even want to try the song. But I got hold of the words to this song and I thought, well, this is a pretty good song for an old buzzard like me to be singing. I don't think I even realized what it was about. I just thought it was about somebody walking around in the mountains and almost getting sucked up by a landslide. It's a really very personal song.
Well, she sang personal songs. I think that was part of their success. Anyway, that was a great one.
Yeah.
Paulette and Gary, do you want to do your thing?
Okey-dokey.
Sure. Been watching the Beatles Get Back sessions on
Over and over again.
over.
Again, this once was enough.
There are parts of it I've watched 3 times at least. So
Okay. Tell me
anyway,
when.
this was one of the songs they were doing and working up, and
Yeah.
it's such a great song.
Give me
So,
that high note.
oh, you want your? Oh, so we got to get our harmony straight here. So.
Okay. Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Two of us riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned pain. You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. Two of us sending postcards, writing letters on my wall. You and me burning matches, lifting latches on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing solo in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing slowly in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. We're still home. Always home. Goodbye.
You speed it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I love that song.
Thanks.
I don't really think of that very often when I'm thinking of Beatles songs, but I don't know why. It should be higher on my list.
It's a great
It's a
one.
great song, and it was just they played around with it quite a bit in the Get Back sessions and goofing around with it. And,
Putting in nonsense words.
yeah, and it was just fun to watch. So I thought, oh, there's a good one.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you.
Marty, I know you said you weren't going to do anything, but do you want to do anything?
Nope.
All right.
Don't even have my instrument here in this room.
Okay, cool. I think that leaves me. Did everybody else go that wants to go? So last week, Mary Jane played a song called Time, and I was talking about the Pink Floyd song Time, which I'm not going to play, but I am going to play a song called Time. It's just like one step away from the Pink Floyd song. So we'll see if you recognize it. It was really popular, I guess, in the 80s.
Floyd.
Time flowing like a river. Time beckoning me. Who knows when we shall meet again? If ever, but time keeps flowing like a river to the sea. Goodbye, my love, maybe for forever. Goodbye, my love, the tide waits for me. Who knows when we shall meet again? If ever, but time keeps flowing like a river. On and on to the sea, to the sea, until it's gone forever, gone forever, gone forever. Goodbye, my friend, maybe for forever. Goodbye, my friend, stars wait for me. Who knows when we shall meet again? If ever, but time keeps flowing like a river. On and on to the sea, to the sea, till it's gone forever, gone.
That was beautiful,
Man,
Paul.
that was great.
Wow.
Thanks. That falsetto is a bit much for me, but
I admire those high notes you did.
Woo, those were high.
so does anybody know what the one step from Pink Floyd that was?
No.
No.
I know.
Okay, Walter, tell us.
That was by Alan Parsons.
Ah.
And Alan Parsons produced that famous album. Which one is it by Pink Floyd?
Dark Side of the Moon. He
Dark
was the
Side of the Moon.
engineer. He was the engineer. I think. I don't think he was the producer.
I
he
think
was the
I
engineer.
think you're right.
Was also in on those get back sessions. He was at that point the tape operator. But he graduated from that to
Yeah, bigger and better
more
things.
involved things. Yes.
Yeah, Alan Parsons' project had a bunch of great songs.
Oh, yeah.
I'd sort of forgotten all about them. They were on the radio all the time back in, I guess it was the 80s.
70s,
70s and 80s.
80s. Yeah, that's got a bunch of their stuff.
All right, we drinking beer?
I am.
Mild.
You got to do it for Marty.
Got
Well,
it.
Marty.
Got to
I have
depend
no
on.
beer. I have no beer. I have no wine, but I do have scotch. Be right back.
Oh, yay.
Somebody
Gonna have to
tell.
depend on Gary again with his
Yeah.
shiner
With the
there.
Shiner.
Okay. Somebody may need to
Fortunate.
tell Gary the backstory on the beer.
I'm out of my shiner.
Oh, the
Shiner's been hard
new
to-
Gary.
Yes, sorry.
No, I
Well, Gary, the story there that he's alluding to is when we were meeting in person. You know, we'd meet at our meeting place, and we would play together from about 7 to about 8:30ish, and then some of us hadn't had enough, so we would adjourn to a local brew pub and meet there for another hour or so, and close that place down at 10 o'clock. So when we went virtual with the because of the pandemic, you know, we
yes.
thought we'll do the main meeting till around now, and then we'll break. Everybody go get a beer or an alcoholic drink or a non-alcoholic drink. Anyway, take a little break and then come back and do
Yeah.
some more. And the next hour is often not near as. I mean, the first hour isn't very structured, but the next hour is really not structured. We just shoot the bull, and sometimes we talk about chord progressions and
Yeah.
scales and music and that kind of stuff. Sometimes we talk about the pandemic, and it just, you know, wherever the conversation goes,
Yeah.
like we were at the brew pub.
Excellent. Does the playing sound better and singing sound better after that one during that
Oh
session?
yeah, you're hearing it sounds better. It's like, yeah, play it again.
All
I
right.
missed that time.
Oh man. And Gary, another thing you didn't know, that the leader of the group was named Kevin Jolly, and he was
Okay.
really instrumental in getting this thing going. And he was a big fan of going to the brew pub. They call it the Brewtorium. And in June of the year of the pandemic, he died. So
Oh,
we sure
sorry
miss
to hear
him.
that. Sorry to hear
We
that.
sure miss him.
Yeah, we have a juggler named Jonathan Jolly in
Ah.
our
Really?
Thursday night juggling group.
Interesting.
I've forgotten where you are, Gary.
I'm in Northwest Austin.
Okay, so you're an Austin guy. Okay.
Yes, I'm an Austin guy.
We get people from all over now.
Yeah.
Oh, I started following Austin Ukes during December. I mean, I've fiddled around a little bit with the ukulele for years, but my granddaughter just started switch from piano to ukulele. She's 8, and I decided out of my game.
Yeah. You'll have to run to keep up with her, probably.
You're probably right about that. One other jolly note, I do call my nephew and his wife, John and Holly, they're referred to as Jolly.
Holly Jollies.
Yep, John and Holly.
That's very
Jolly.
good.
Especially around Christmas.
Jolly for short, yes.
That's great. I'll look for another song.
You were talking about the brew pub and music discussions occasionally. I've been trying to teach myself a good bit more music theory, because the way I learned, I didn't learn a lot of music theory. I never could master the chords when I was taking clarinet from 4th grade through 8th grade. And my music teacher was very inefficient when I taught myself how to play piano from the 9th grade on. Never got too good at that, but
It's
I
super
decided
hard to play those chords on the clarinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
well, I never could quite figure out why I couldn't do it, but as I got into that, I did not learn a lot about chords and the music stuff and things like that. So lately, everything I do, I put into MuseScore, which is this free music editing software. I even did a thing on all of the scale modes.
Well, you need to send that to Paul so he can put it on that GitHub thing for us. You know, we can share it with everybody.
Yeah, well, maybe Paul and I can have a Zoom session and I can share some of the things I have and he can decide which are worth publishing.
Yeah.
Because I'm more than happy to share anything I have.
Well, just this week, I watched a video by Sierra Hull. She's a mandolin player, and she was talking about a little bit of theory, and I thought it was interesting. And I knew this, but I never really clicked until she talked about it, you know. But we've got the one chord, you know, like in a G scale is the first note of the scale is G, and so the one chord is a G, and then you know you get D, E, F sharp, and E. So or G A B C D. I'm getting screwed up. G A B C D. So you get anyway the third note, the three notes of a G chord are the 1, the 3, and the 5, which is G, B, and D. And then you move up the 2 minor. The next one in the scale is you move every single one of them up by 1 note, and you get an A minor that way. You move every one of them by 1 note again, and still stay in the G scale. I mean, then you get a B minor. Move every one of them up, so then you get the C. So I mean, you know, it explains why the 1, 4, 5 are major and the 2, 3, 6 are minor. And then of course that 7 is the weird one, you know. But it's pretty interesting to me.
Me too, and I have various and sundry MuseScore documents which show all of that. I even got into double sharps and double flats, the entire range.
Wow.
In one of my documents. So.
Well, you've just volunteered then to be our musical instructor for this period of time.
Well, I'll always share anything I know, and I do try to let you know what I don't know.
Well, I didn't exactly remember that you were in Austin, so when I said we went to a brew pub, the place was called the Brewtorium.
Yeah.
You know, if you're familiar with that.
No, it's probably down closer to Midtown, is it?
It's down off airport.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're North Austin?
Yeah, I'm out 183.
Well, our most recent place we have met is at Oscar Blues over there at Metric, close to Metric and Rundberg,
Okay.
Rutland, I mean. Another thing you'll find, Gary, is we can always depend on Mary Jane to have one in the second half. So I always look
Good.
forward to Mary Jane's
Good.
second half performance.
A drinking song,
What are
usually.
you?
Ooh, I like the title of this one.
Yeah, I've tried to get a drinking song, but I run out of them sometimes, so I don't always have one. But I do tonight. This is a Scottish drinking song, and I listened to two versions of it on the internet before I got the song sheet together, and they both of them had just like close-ups of all the liquor there would be in a bar, just bottles of booze. That was the backdrop of the videos. All different kinds of whiskey. But the song itself is a real nice, friendly sort of a song. It's also a cold weather song. I thought both of the songs I did tonight were sort of cold weather oriented, since they were talking about snow covered hills and landslide, and this one it's a cold evening that they're sitting there drinking. So with no further ado, I'll sing the song and shut
Good.
up.
If y'all are playing along, don't forget to mute yourselves.
Okay, and I'm not muted. Okay. Oh, this evening's passed so quickly, and the music's almost done. We've heard the piper and the fiddler, the singer and his song. Time has come for us to leave you one last song before we go. So button up and I be cheery and take a dram before you go. So button up and I be cheery and take a dram before you go. Oh, this night we will remember, for the music's been just fine. But the cold gray land of Caithness can be cruel and unkind. We must bid farewell and leave you travel through the ice and snow. So button up and I be cheery and take a dram before you go. So button up and I be cheery and take a dram before you go. So good night and God be with you and watch over you until we can all meet here together. Our glasses we will refill. We'll drink a toast to absent friends and make the beer and whiskey flow. So button up and I be cheery and take a dram before you go. So button up and I be cheery and take a dram before you go.
Boy, I can almost
Very
play
nice.
that.
Yeah.
That scared me a little.
Your Scotch.
A good high song, and we're not quite ready to go yet. That's the only trouble.
Actually, I have to go, so I'll see you guys later.
Okay,
Good.
bye,
Walter.
Walter.
Later.
Be careful out there.
Bye-bye.
I'm having a dram of scotch myself
Right.
and a bit of Contro instead of Drambuie, which is what the drink calls for, but it's quite expensive. The Drambuie is just as expensive as the Scotch. So
Wow.
Or
Is that
Yeah.
another orange liqueur that I just don't know of?
yes,
a
well,
Scotch.
yeah, the Drambuie is basically Scotch with a lot of sugar in it
Oh,
Scotch liqueur.
Oh.
Yeah.
and orange. Yeah, so the Contro works just as pretty well.
yeah.
You know.
What's a dram? How much is a dram?
Dram is a glass, just a drink.
No.
Of a dram.
It's not like 2 fingers.
I don't know what a dram really is.
Well, here.
Actually, it's an actual measurement because
Yeah, it is, okay.
back in the dark ages when I went through nursing school, there was such a thing as a dram.
Oh,
It's like a tablespoon,
Ah,
okay, or maybe a teaspoon. I'll have to look it up again. It's been
Yeah, weed
40
Well, I want more than both of those when I drink.
Yeah.
okay.
You have a gram instead of a dram, right?
They used to have something called dram shop laws.
Yeah, they did.
I thought a dram was a drum that was flattened on top.
Okay, I've got the Dram Shop. It's a bar, tavern, or similar commercial establishment where alcoholic beverages are sold. Traditionally, it's a shop. Well, let's see if we can get the rest of it here. Well, I think it was traditionally they were sold by the dram, so it's like a not very much.
They basically served it in a tablespoon.
Yeah, right, in a tablespoon.
Man,
that's
they were frugal back
They
then.
got over that fast.
That's
The
Scottish.
videos I was watching, people were holding pretty small glasses, but they didn't look like ounce glasses. You know, they weren't like the little ounce glasses where you could measure
Shot
out.
glass.
Shot
know,
glass.
But they would have held. It wouldn't have been a large amount of whiskey that they were. They may have redefined what a dram is. People in Scotland really like to drink.
Yeah, they really do.
It's hard to
Okay,
imagine.
all
drinking
right, so a
tablespoon
dram-
with their last
A dram
drink.
is an eighth of a fluid ounce, which is 60 minims, which is about a drop of about 3.7 milliliters of liquid. So it's about it's a little over a half of a teaspoon.
Mm.
Yeah.
well, that's just
Not
like
enough.
a taste.
That's just
Not
enough,
enough.
to.
It's
I'm
just enough
sure they
to
were
get you
drinking
mad.
more than that.
Right.
Give me some more of that stuff. I mean, really.
Well, I think another thing we can think about is probably overthinking it. On this, there's another definition that defines it as a small drink of whiskey or other spirits. So, you know, they might have been kind of kidding, you know, have a dram.
Big and
Yeah.
small, yeah.
Like-
right.
Like me. I'm going to have just one whiskey before I go.
Surely I did.
Especially when you're home.
It's surely I didn't have more than half a teaspoon.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Or what's the point?
Well, that's why they called it a wee dram, because it
Wee
was
dram.
very small.
Wee dram.
What's a wee dram?
So Gary Phillips, did you ever get your Alaska picks?
I did. I discovered that I'm going to have to get one of my fingernails a little bit longer to actually to hook it on there properly. But yeah, they're interesting. They're better than anything I've tried before. You know, I've tried the metal picks. I've tried other kinds of plastic picks.
Trying to open it so we can
But
show
yeah, this.
I use
If
the
we can get
Alaska picks.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
I just saw
Like
it
so-
on your fingers. What made me think to
Yes.
ask?
Yes.
yeah.
My fingernails are so brittle that it actually hurts to play without one.
Ah.
So
Interesting.
I you know, I have a running order from the place that shall not be named. We wouldn't want to upset anyone.
Well, Walter's already gone, so he
I
probably
know.
won't
I
upset
know.
anyone. Yeah. I don't know. They're interesting.
Well, I got them directly from the guy that makes them. I didn't
Oh.
go through
Oh, okay, that's nice.
the big A.
What are the
Okay,
picks called?
okay.
They're called
called
Alaska picks. They,
Alaska
Oh, okay.
picks.
I
They
think I
look
have
just
them.
like that.
yeah.
Why are they called Alaska
I don't
Picks?
know.
That's just what they're called. And Amazon has their own version of them.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Which is what I get because I think that the ones that they sell retail are pretty pricey.
Oh, these were
They
cheap.
don't hold up very well
Interesting.
for how much you have to give for them.
They're definitely interesting looking.
I think I got the like 2 sets worth for $10 or something like that.
Okay, well, you've obviously got a better supplier than I do.
Well, it was just alaskapick.com. It's
Yeah,
and it's a
yeah.
one
It's a
man
one man.
operation.
It's a one man band. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put them on like that or
Well, they were talking about maybe going to stage 4 in a few days
Oh, good.
because of the COVID going down. Are we up for maybe getting together in person if it goes to stage 4, or we're going to hold out for a little longer?
hold out for stage 3. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe for some weather that's not so cold, our fingers are gonna freeze if we're outside.
Well, and it's not only that. It's if we start at 6, it's already going to be dark, and if we're playing
Right,
outside,
exactly.
we're going to have
That's true.
lights. So we need to find an indoor venue, I think. Now, back at months ago, I suggested maybe we could go to the other
Brewery?
brewing, brewery instead of Oscar Blues or whatever. There's another one, and I
What's
can't
the other
remember.
brewery?
It's like right next door to it. It's
I thought you said Salus Brewery was.
yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. But I will have to go in again and get the owner's email and email her and see if she's up for the whole idea that we would have a group of people
Yeah.
playing ukuleles inside, drinking beer. But I was waiting for people to tell me that I needed to follow through with that, and I did not get the go ahead, so I let it drop.
Well, we couldn't have done it in stage 5 anyway, so.
This is true. This is true.
I'm sick of stage anything. I want it over.
Well, it's gonna pass, and it's gonna get to at some point, just like the seasonal flu.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know when that's gonna happen though.
Yeah.
And I think everybody needs to be comfortable with whatever we decide.
Yep.
So I got my regular flu shot today, along with the other stuff that I needed to get done before my foot surgery on the 17th.
Oh no.
Well, good
And,
luck with that surgery.
Yeah, well, I mean, the guy is board certified, and he did a really good job on my other foot. So, I'm hopeful.
Yeah. I'm sorry you have to go through that though.
Yeah, it's gonna be tiresome as all hell, because I won't be able to put any weight on my foot for two solid weeks,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll be partial weight bearing for another 2 weeks, and in a boot for another 2 weeks after that. So it's going to be a bit of a grind, unfortunately. But when you're messing with the tendons, you have to be really careful and circumspect about how much weight you put on your extremity. So,
Well, good luck with it.
yeah, well, it'll be okay. It's just I'm gonna be whining about it for a while though, so prepare yourselves. Fortunately, I can play my ukulele sitting down, and I'm gonna have them draped over the back of the couch, so I don't have to get up and get them. I'm gonna have my house arranged so I move as little as possible.
How are you gonna get by with, making food or heating up stuff or all
I
that?
have
You
a
can't
knee-
even put
I
any
have a- I
pressure at
have-
all.
Well, I have a knee walker. He said that I could use a
Oh.
knee walker
Yeah.
Okay.
because
Well,
I
then-
can't. I'd have to check into a spa for 2 weeks or something. I can't quite manage that. It's not in the budget. And my sister would come down, but she's got her own fish to fry right now, so I can't depend on that. So we're just gonna manage. I'm gonna have a lot of frozenated dinners, and it's gonna be fine.
Your cats will enjoy it.
Well, with the pandemic, hell, I haven't left the house all that much anyway.
Right.
The cat paces up and down in front of the couch waiting for me to lay down so she can perch on my stomach. It's like, just lay down already. So well, okay, that went down the wrong pipe. Let's have some water.
Paul, have you got another song tonight? You're usually good for another one.
Yeah, I can play another one. I haven't played this. Of course, it's going to be one you've heard before, but I haven't played this one super recently,
all right.
so. A gentle breeze from Hushabye mountain softly blows o'er lullaby, babe. It fills the sails of boats that are waiting to sail your worries away. It isn't far to Hushabye mountain, and your boat waits down by the quay. The winds of night so softly are sighing, soon they will fly your troubles to sea. So close your eyes on Hushabye mountain, wave goodbye to cares of the day, and watch your boat from Hushabye mountain sail far away from Lullaby Bay. So close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain. Wave goodbye to cares of the day. And watch your boat from Hushabye Mountain sail far away from Lullaby Bay.
So nice. I love that song. That's great, Paul.
Thanks.
You know, I
I
can't tell
really
you how
like that song.
I can't tell you how painful it is, Paul, but I'm going to have to admit that you're getting pretty good.
Certainly is.
That's
Is
a song. That's a song by the Sherman Brothers, right?
It's from the only
Disney.
thing I know it from is from a Disney movie, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I just watched a movie called The Boys, and it's about the Sherman Brothers who wrote that and tons of Disney songs, including Mary Poppins songs. But the brothers hated each other. It seems like.
No.
But I had a sequence of Mary Poppins, then Mary Poppins Returns, then The Boys, and also Saving Mr. Banks, which is about the making
we
of
saw that.
Mary Poppins. Anyway, but they've done a lot of great stuff.
Paul, have you posted that music on GitHub? Or did you just learn it?
I
By
did.
ear?
I did post that on GitHub, and let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it's on GitHub. I wrote some stuff down.
You want to do Pancho and Lefty or something? Which one do you feel? Okay. Is this bleep or leave it?
This was from last winter.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh, great. Okay.
What this doesn't show is exactly
all
which
the,
version
all
of the chords.
fingering.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but I did put together a PDF. Let me see if I can find that. I mean, not a PDF, a PowerPoint
Oh, okay.
that has some more detail.
Oh, I can't move that. I was trying to move it.
But oh, here we go. This is like the most effort I've put into writing down a song, maybe ever.
So this is your own arrangement, not somebody else's.
Yeah, this is and this shows the actual chord voices that I'm using. It doesn't show the finger picking pattern, but it's that G minor way up on the.
Yeah, from the.
Oh, and the other thing that's wrong is I play it in a different key than I wrote down.
But other than that,
But other than that, it's all the same.
Yeah, okay. That's amazing. Okay.
I start on A minor, so just one full step up.
Okay.
nothing to fret about though, right?
Exactly. just 2 frets, 2 frets, 2
Okay.
little frets, and it's so if you just look at that G minor and shift it up to the 7th fret
Yeah.
and just play the top 3 strings, there you go, and so on. There you go. You've learned it.
So,
That was good.
Can you email that to me,
Sure.
the PowerPoint? Because great, that, I'd love to mess around with that.
Let's see what
Thank
else is
you.
in here.
Sing it to the grandboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets the reason it was a little easier to sing, shifting it up a step, and then when you get close to the nut, the chords change a little bit. So, let's see. So that G minor shape is still there. It's just an A minor shape, and then that B diminished, B flat diminished, is now a C diminished, so it's just shifted up 2 frets. And then the A diminished is just open strings. It's not an A diminished, it's a B diminished.
Okay.
So it's that first part we looked at a second ago. And then it goes back up and does it again. Whoops. What does it do? That's just open strings. And then that middle part, I don't know if I wrote the middle part down. Hold on a second. Yeah, in this part, instead of a C minor, it's a D minor. And I'm playing on a low G uke, which I think is the way yours is set up.
Yeah.
And I shift to the low 3 strings instead of the high 3 strings. So on that D minor, and you're just walking down, and I'm not playing the high string at all. So just ignore the 4th note on all of these chords. The only thing that's changing is that lowest note is walking down 1 half step at a time.
Okay. Okay.
And then this part is strummed. And I didn't write down. I sort of did. I got that D9 in there.
Well, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, great changes.
So yeah, I'll be glad to send that out.
Okay,
And it
thanks.
is on GitHub. I could send you a GitHub link, or I'll just
Oh,
email
okay,
you
that's
the file.
fine too.
All right.
Why is it on the D9? Why is that 9th note grayed out? Is that not played, or?
I just list. I think I meant it as like maybe optional in case you couldn't quite reach it or something.
That note is the 9.
Yeah, but it's. Well, my question is, it's grayed instead of black. I would expect a D9 to have a black dot there.
Yes. Well, the 9 is gray too. So I guess what I meant was, here's a D, and if you add that gray dot, it's a 9. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that, but
Optional.
yeah, optional. It won't be a 9, but then again, the 9 is gray. So
Yep.
anyway,
That's your crafty way of showing 2 chords in one diagram.
there you go. Yeah, mostly I'm not as ambitious as Gary about MuseScore and writing stuff down. That's
You haven't seen what I've done. After you see it, you can claim I'm ambitious.
I like MuseScore, but boy, that's a learning curve, and I haven't climbed it completely.
I agree with you. Although I play around with software a lot. So yeah, I actually did my ukulele fretboard in MuseScore. So it's basically a fretboard diagram.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's quite the way they expected it to be used, but hey.
Well, I've installed it, and that's about as far as it went. I don't think I've written a single thing down in MuseScore.
Yeah.
One thing nice about it is it plays the tune for you.
Yeah.
Well,
You know.
I started learning how to use the editing software for Sound Slice, and that'll play
Yeah.
it for you also. But it won't let you share on a free account. I can't share music with anybody else. So I thought, I'm going to give this up and learn MuseScore, and then I just never did.
Does anybody have experience to know whether Sound Slice is better than MuseScore, or how they compare?
How they relate, I don't know.
One thing I like.
Go on, Jack.
Sorry, one thing I like about MuseScore is I can input MIDI files and just take the drum track from that,
Yeah.
and then just add stuff. Add tracks.
Well, if you're listening to the Austin Ukulele Society stuff, Bob, that's the way he does his bass.
Oh, he does backing tracks with it?
Yeah. If you listen to his demos, the bass being played in there, that's MuseScore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just did the bass drum and the snare drum on my rendition of Cyndi Lauper's song, because that's the only way I can learn it right now.
Yeah.
I use it to make a jam tracks, stuff to play along with, and you can adjust the metronome setting. So you start with it slow and then export a MP3 and then increase the tempo.
Well, I'd like to learn more about how to do that. It'd be fun to create tracks that you could play with.
Yeah.
And it helps your timing and all that.
My tracks tend to be pretty mechanical sounding just because, I don't know, that's the nature of MIDI.
Well, that's one of the things that I've been finding here, trying to get. I'm used to the concept of everything on the beat or the half beat or the like, and a lot of these things are just a little bit off. It's like you have and I lose track of what the right terms are when you're slightly varying the rhythm. It's like swing versus just straight. And
Well, are you saying the programs are slightly off, or musicians play slightly off?
Well, I will claim the musicians play things a little bit more lyrically, and if you try to put it in, it doesn't sound quite right. As Jack said, it sounds somewhat mechanical. So
Yeah.
I wound up doing the happy together, and I found it with some triplets in there, but that's a lot of trouble to try to get it done that way, and so I'm not handling my rhythms very well.
That's the best way, is to mix the sequence stuff or whatever with human stuff, because like when I play, there's a slight human error that is desirable.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I'm saying Bob must do, because he lays in all these tracks together, and the mechanical nature of the bass line gets kind of muted a little bit, I would guess.
Some of it, if you just enter his tablature, it comes out mechanical.
Yeah.
And it's because that's not quite the way it's being played. It's being played more artistically, if you wish.
Yeah.
I don't know the right terminology for him, but
Yeah, and there is a thing with playing ahead of the beat or behind the beat that has a
Yeah.
desirable effect.
for some portion of the melody. Yeah.
I play Can't Keep the Beat.
Yeah. That's like,
I'm with you, brother.
yeah, it's like I hate the metronome.
Yeah. Well, I by the way, I do like the way you guys put the started note in on the songs that you're listing. That seemed to be lacking on the things I was first finding in Austin Ukes. It's like I need to know where to start.
Well, I'd say we're inconsistent at best on that, but
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is a handy thing to have.
And some of us sometimes would benefit from knowing the melody.
Yeah.
Yes. A list of chords does not tell you what to sing.
No.
No.
So that's one of the reasons I've been using Muse scores. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's see where this belongs.
Yeah.
But that is a lot of work. You got to be dedicated to doing a song.
I'll claim it's part of my music theory advancement. I'm just kidding.
Well, it does help you realize,
Yeah.
you know, when you just got to rest in the right spot and all that.
Well, I like to use Oz because they always have a YouTube link of somebody playing and singing the song.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right,
you know, it gives you at least an inkling about how you're supposed to do it. Now, whether I do it like that way or not is an open question, but
Mhm.
at least I have a starting place, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting because in 90% of the music we show on the screen, it'd be worthless if you didn't know the tune already or
Right.
have a pretty close guess at it.
Yeah.
That's what the sing-alongs work so well for, huh?
Yeah.
It's-
Well, I've got a sort of a song. If y'all want to listen to it.
I think we're to the point in the evening where sort of songs are okay.
Short of songs are a good idea. Go for it.
Okay. Now this would sound better on the banjolele, but I already put it up, so we're gonna play it on this thing that I've got in my hand right now. So here we go.
Is that some form of ukulele? Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a Steve Strings thing, isn't it?
That's a Steve Strings special.
All right.
I really do like this thing. It's grown on me over the months, and I put some Diodario's. They make strings specifically for the concert ukulele, and they're like the aguilas that everybody seems to have to put on their new ukuleles that I don't like at all. So they're a better version of those strings, and I like them a lot. So anyway, here we go. See if you recognize this one. Come listen to the story of a man named Ted, a boy with a bear, kept his friend bed. Then one day he was shooting for some food, and up from the ground, oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, Jet's a millionaire. Kingsford said, Jet moved up there. Said California's a place you ought to be. So they loaded up the captain Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars. Okay, this is the instrumental part. I won't torture you with my singing for a minute. Let's see. Oh, now it's time to say goodbye to Jen Noah's Ken. They would like to thank you, but folks, for kindly dropping in. All right, and then back to this locality. I did need some more practice to have a heap of help with the hospitality. Okay, enough of that.
That's fun.
Too much
That's a good song.
scotch. Too much scotch.
That was
Well, we can do a retread.
that was
Yeah.
an Earl Scruggs song, right?
It's an
Didn't we-
Earl Scruggs.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. You win the prize for completely obscure information.
Well, I just read that on the internet not 2 weeks ago, so it's
Oh,
kind of a
okay.
weird
Gary
coincidence.
knew it a long time ago. He told me that
What's that?
it was an Earl Scruggs.
Oh, yeah.
this Gary,
Right?
as opposed to all the other Garys.
I can't hear that song without thinking about Granny rocking.
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
On the back of that truck driving down the road.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I used to love that stupid show when I was a little kid.
Well, we have a retread song we can do if anybody wants one more song. for the
Yeah,
road.
absolutely.
Just do it without the.
Can you remember how to sing it?
Oh yeah, of course I can.
Well, it's Pancho and Lefty. So, all right, you know what? note
That's
to
a good
start on?
one.
Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, and your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dream. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, in the desert down in Mexico. And no one heard his dying words. But that's the way it goes. All the generales say we could have had him any day. We only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they let poor Pancho low, Lefty split for oh how, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. All the generales say we could have had him any day. We only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. The poets tell how Pancho fell. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. A few gray generales say could have had him any day. We only let him drift away. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray generales say could have had him any day. We only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose.
Yeah, that's my favorite Towns Van Sant song.
Great
That's a
song.
great song.
put the music on the screen.
Oh, well.
Oh, it's great.
Thanks.
Kind of like it without the music sometimes. You focus on the person playing rather than trying to follow along.
Yeah.
I'm especially bad about that because I'm playing and adjusting the scroll speed and doing anything but listening. It's like, that seems like a waste.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to say adios, guys, and get back to my video.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Marty.
You all
Good
take
luck
care.
with
You
that,
get to
Marty.
see
Yeah,
it
thanks.
Thanks for
Thursday night.
Right.
You gotta,
Okay.
the clock is
Bye, Marty.
ticking.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
know.
Now, I think I'm going to make it, but
Okay,
It's going to
good.
be
This-
close.
a couple extra assignments in my personal life made it a little more challenging this time. Plus, so many people, man,
Yeah, that's a lot
this,
of people.
it's incredible. So, and you got to leave, I try to keep everybody on screen for as much time as I can,
You got to blame Bob for that, right? Be careful what you ask for. You might get
Right.
it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Fella
we've
like to
even
do
talked
longer
about,
songs.
if we keep doing this and it gets more and more popular, we may have to say, we'll